Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, that is Education with Aditi. Today we are going to do the continuation of chapter number 9, that is the public facilities. So here it is written, the important characteristics of a public facility is that once it is provided, its benefits can be shared by many people. For instance, a school in the village will enable many children to get educated. Similarly, the supply of electricity to an area can be useful for many people. Farmers can run pump sets to irrigate their fields. People can use small workshops that run on electricity. Students will find it easier to study, and most people in the village will benefit in some way or the other. So, basically, what is in this paragraph? This paragraph is telling us that public facility is an important characteristic, that it should be provided to us, that it should be provided to the common people as well as the people who cannot have their own vehicles, and who are having, they may also use it up. And its benefits, these benefits can be shared by many people. Let me give you an example. Let's not go in the bookish language. That if a school is if there is a hospital made in the center of a village, then everybody is going to use. It's not that that area, this particular area is going to use this only. Correct? So these are the examples. The farmer can run its pump sets to irrigate their field. Pump sets may have seen in the fields to take out the water. Yes, these pump sets can be used to irrigate their fields. This is a public facility. It comes under public facility. People can open small workshops, and that they can run on electricity, as well as the students will find it more easier to study, and most people in the village will take the benefit of it in the some way or the another. Clear? Now the next one. Just a second. Government's role. Given that public facilities are so important, someone must carry the responsibility of providing these to the people. This someone is the government. One of the most important functions of the government is to ensure that these public facilities are made available to everyone. Let us try and understand why the government and only the government must bear this responsibility. So, now, what is the government role in giving us the public facilities? So public facilities are so much important that someone must carry these responsibility of providing. Here the someone, like this someone, refers to the what? It refers to government. Done. Now, one of the important function of the government is that they should ensure that public facilities is just available to everyone. Now, we are going to try and understand that why only the government should bear this responsibility. Why don't we all can bear this responsibility? Correct? Now, the next one. Is it clear? Okay. Now the next one. You have seen private company operates for profit in the market. Yes, these private companies are operated for just earning what? Profit. We read this out in the chapter of A Story of a Shirt. In class 7th book, in most of the public facilities, there is no profit to be had. Correct? How can we have a profit in providing public facility to people? We cannot have. Now, there are some, for example, the profit that is kept by a company for keeping the drains clean or running an anti-malaria campaign. Correct? There is no profit in that. A private company is probably not interested in undertaking such work, because in this the private companies are not getting their profit. Right? Okay. Now the third and the last paragraph of this page. But For other public facilities such as schools and hospitals, private companies may be well interested. We have many of these, particularly in large cities. Similarly, if you are living in a city, you will have seen private companies supplying water through tankers or supplying drinking water in sealed bottles. In such cases, private companies provide public facilities but at a price that only some people can afford. Hence, this facility is not available to all at an affordable rate if we go to by the rule that people will get as much as they can pay for, then that people can pay for. Many people who cannot afford to pay such facilities will be deprived of the opportunity to live a decent life. Now, what basically is in this paragraph? Like other public facilities such as schools and hospitals, the private companies are interested because in private hospitals they can add tax and everything. Because, as we say, some corrupt works are like going on in our India, and that's like absolutely wrong. Then the private companies we have seen supplying water through the tankers. They also they earn their profit. In selling the sealed bottles, in that also they earn their profit. So, in such if private companies provide public facilities, only some people would be able to afford it. That's why we don't want private companies to provide public facilities. We want government to provide us public facilities, because government does that for us free of cost. Now, such facilities will be deprived. Like if anybody is not able to afford, then he will be deprived from the opportunity to that he has to live a decent life. Correct? Now let us move to our next page. So now this is our next page where it is clearly this is not a desirable option. Public facilities related to people's basic needs. Any modern society requires that these facilities are provided so that the people's basic needs are met. The right to life that the Constitution guarantees is for all the persons living in the country. This responsibility to provide public facilities therefore must be that of government. So in this paragraph it is written clearly this is an desirable option because public facilities relate to every person and public facilities are the basic needs of everybody. Now any modern society that needs our government has guaranteed, our constitution has guaranteed that the right to life is a fundamental right that should be guaranteed for all the persons that are living in the country. The government responsibility is to provide us public facilities. Correct? Now, there is a conversation going on between Ammu and Kumar. They are right around Chennai. Ammu, did you notice that the roads in Saidapat were so bumpy and without street lights? I wonder that place is like at night. Kumar, what better can you expect in a slum? Ammu, why should slums be like that? Should not they have public facilities? Kumar, I think public facilities are for all those who live in a proper houses in colonies. They are the people who pay taxes. Ammu, why do you say that? Slum dwellers are also citizens and they have rights too. Kumar, the government will go bankrupt this way. Ammu, well, it has to find a way. Can you imagine that it would be like to live in a slum without proper roads, water, electricity? Kumar, Ammu, our constitution recognizes many of the public facilities are being a part of the right to life. The government must see that the rights are protected so that everyone can lead a decent life. Now, let us read this quickly. Where does the government get money for public facilities? Every year you must have heard that government budget being presented in the parliament. This is an account of the expenses the government has made on its program in the past years and how much it plans to spend in the coming year. In the budget, the government also announces the various ways in which it plans to meet these expenses. The main source of the revenue for the government is the taxes collected. Collect these taxes and use them for such programs. For instance, to supply water, the government has to incur costs down pipes for distribution, treating the water so impurities, and finally collecting and treating the wastewater. It meets these expenses partly from the various taxes that it collects, and that is set so that most people can afford a certain minimum amount of water for daily use. Understood this much all? Okay. Now let us just continue with this. Central government spend so much money and rupees to that goes to. Now the government, the central government spends these much rupees. Um, sorry. So this is shown as in a form of a pie chart that on pensions, the our government spends 5%, on other expenditures 8%, on finance commission and other transfers 8%, on subsides 9%. Okay, okay. Then states shares of taxes and duties is 24%. Interest payment is 18%. The central sector scheme is 10%. The centrally sponsored scheme is 9%, and the defense is 9%. So basically this is a pie chart that is being shown to us. So thank you. If you like my video, please like, share and subscribe to my channel, and there are more parts going to come for this chapter, and there will be a summary at the last of it. Thank you.